Hi everyone, welcome back to Roof-a-Ruffsleeper, where we have a real conversation about rough sleepers, humanity, and hope. Today, I want to take you a little deeper beyond what we usually talk about, because rough sleeper isn't just about losing a job or a broken family or all 27 other reasons why people enter into rough sleeping. There's something hidden inside the human body itself that can shape a person's entire destiny. Today, I want to tell you something about something that you don't often hear discussed, and that is the role of the mitochondrial health in rough sleeping and life's breakdowns. Let's start simple. Every single cell in your body needs energy to work. And where does that energy come from? It comes from a tiny little power plant inside your cells called mitochondria. If your mitochondria are strong and healthy, your body can produce lots of energy. You can handle stress better. You can bounce back after trauma, and you can keep dreaming, working, rebuilding. But what if the mitochondria you are born with aren't so strong? What if, through no fault of your own, your body simply cannot produce enough energy? Well, science shows that about 10% of people are born with some kind of mitochondrial deficiency. That means their bodies are running at lower energy levels all the time, even from birth. Here's an image that can help you understand. Imagine a massive highway with different lanes for different cars. Some lanes are for sports cars that can go 300 kilometers per hour with big engines. Some are for normal sedans going at 120 kilometers per hour. Then there's some lanes for those going only 80 kilometers per hour, and then those that can move at 40 kilometers per hour. And then on the other side, or on the there's also a yellow emergency lane for some of the cars for breakdowns, and then further cars that in the grass and in the veld, parked at the roadside, never to move again. Now imagine, when you are born, you are placed into one of these lanes, not because of your willpower, not because of your intelligence, but because of your mitochondrial DNA you inherited from your mother's side. Some people are born sports cars, full of energy, resilience, and quick bounce back ability. Some people are born little city cars, good for a normal life, but they struggle when forced into mountain passes and rough roads. And some are born with faulty engines. They break down easily, even under normal life pressure. And this is how life really works. And those with weaker mitochondria, the ones running low on cellular energy, they are the ones who often suffer most deeply when trauma or calamity strikes. You see, it's not just about choice or hard work. When life hits hard, like a job loss, a divorce, or a death of a loved one, or mental illness, the people with high energy reserves usually find their way back. They mourn, they struggle, but they have the fuel and the energy capacity to try again. But for The 10% born with mitochondrial deficiencies in the or engines, when life hits them hard, they cannot bounce back. They become like a worn out tennis ball, thrown down but unable to bounce back up again. They still dream, they still wish, they still see the life they once imagined, but their body cannot provide the energy needed to reach those dreams anymore. And it's heartbreaking. And it even gets worse. Because of mitochondrial deficiency, their body cannot clear out waste products properly. One of those waste products is lactic acid, the same chemical that makes your muscles burn during heavy exercise. So when these people, our brothers and sisters sleeping rough, move, walk, live, their bodies fill with lactic acid. They live in a constant state of inflammation and physical pain. And that pain isn't imaginary, it's real. It's in their muscles, their joint, and even in their organs. Pain they cannot explain, pain they cannot escape. Now, if you are living in a constant fatigue and pain and had lost your dreams, what will you do? Many of them start to self medicate. Whatever is easy, whatever is cheap, alcohol, glue, meth, prescription pills. Not because they are bad people, but because they are trying to escape a body that feels like a broken prison. That's why among rough sleeping communities, you will often find people who are not just struggling financially or emotionally, but also biologically. Their bodies were never built for the pressures they had to face. So what does this mean for us who wants to help them? It means this: when you reach out to aid a rough sleeper, set the bar very low. Do not expect them to think like you. Do not expect them to react like you. Do not expect them to plan, recover, or make decisions the way you would. They are seeing life through the eyes of someone who has been poor in energy their whole life. They are mostly not lazy. They are not evil, not all of them. They are tired on a level that you and I might never truly understand. So next time you see a rough sleeper under the bridge or sitting by the roadside, I invite you to remember they might have once had beautiful dreams that their bodies could no longer power. They have fought maybe harder than you. They might still be fighting every day. At Roof-a-Ruffsleeper, we believe in seeing the full story. Not just dirt, not just addiction, but the hidden battles inside the body and soul. And thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more real conversations. Stay compassionate, stay human, and remember, every human needs a roof, and every soul needs a little hope. See you next time.